Hey YouTube, so this morning I am going to do a upper body workout and I thought it would be fun to record it, bring you along with me, and maybe you'll even be inspired to do this same workout. I'm going to be using dumbbells only, so this workout can be done at home. You don't need fancy equipment or a fancy gym to get it done, and I'm hoping that it's going to take about 30 minutes. First things first, we need to warm up. We never skip a warm up around here. Warm up is the most crucial step in this whole process. We do not want injury. Most definitely not. We don't have time for that. I'm a busy mom of 5 and an injury would be a serious problem for me. So I am gonna take the time to warm up. Just stretch out my arms, do a couple of light weights just to activate things, and do a few dynamic stretches just to get things feeling ready to lift. I'm gonna start with just doing one set of shoulder press, just with light weights, so that I don't pull a neck muscle. It has happened before where I've tweaked my neck and I have been so miserable. I hate not being able to turn my neck in the direction of left or right. It's terrible. So as soon as I'm done this set, I'm gonna do 3 sets of between 10 and 12 reps of seated dumbbell overhead press. So I could feel my form starting to fail. I could feel my back getting a little bit loosey-goosey on that last couple reps. So I've called it 10 reps for that set, and I'm gonna wait about 90 seconds just to let my muscles recover fully before I go into my next set. After I do dumbbell overhead press, I'm gonna move on to a few different supersets so that we can speed things up because I'm a busy mom and I have a lot of housework and a lot of things to do before I head to work tomorrow. So quick, effective workouts is where it's at. Just 9 reps that time. Form is always priority when you're lifting heavy weights. If you feel your form start to waver in any way, always call it the last rep. Wait. I'm curious, what's your favorite body part to work? I love working shoulders and glutes, obviously. I feel like everybody loves to work glutes, but shoulders has been a new love for me that I didn't think that I would like. I think that my favorite shoulder move is a lateral raise, and I've been working on my pull-ups, so it's pretty exciting when you start to see yourself gain strength. I was trying to breathe a little bit obnoxiously for you guys, just so that you could kind of hear what it is like to breathe appropriately. So I'm always breathing in and taking oxygen in when I'm on the eccentric movement, which is the moving down part of that push press. And then when I go back into it, that's when I'm using my oxygen. So I'm gonna blow it out and inhale as I come down so that my arms are getting full of oxygen so that I can push that weight. For this next exercise, I am going to do a skull crusher for my first set, and I'm gonna superset it with a bicep curl. And then my grip is gonna be fired up from this, but that's okay. And I will take a full 90-second break after this set and repeat it 3 times. Let's go. Do not hit yourself in the face with the dumbbells. And we're calling it. I like to kickstand my foot just so that I don't rock my body back and forth. And now we wait. Tricep definition is seemingly quite hard for women sometimes. So I'm working pretty hard on getting that tricep to pop. Sometimes you have to be pretty lean for it to actually show. So I'm not really sure I'm into that right now. I just feel better in my body when I'm holding on to a little bit of body fat, hormonally, energetically. We all have that happy place where our body stays and thrives. And I think once you find that place, it's really hard to be like wanting to lean down further when you just know how hard it is to get to that place. It's a fun place to visit, but I don't know if I want to stay there. Second set, this claw clip drove me nuts last time, so I'm not repeating that. Oh wow, that feels way heavier. And nope. It's okay if you go too heavy. You can change out the weight in the middle of a set and nothing bad is gonna happen to you. Perfectly human. I must have overreached with my first set because my arms are done. The most important thing is that we don't smash ourselves in the face and knock out a tooth. Beauty. I'm gonna go back to my 15s for my bicep curl. Oh, did I pick up 20s? Just gonna stop. Make sure that I'm keep hitting the microphone with my weights. I'm sorry if it's making loud sounds. We got 1 minute, 1.5 minutes of rest, and then we'll move on. Third set, and then on to our next superset. I don't know about you guys, but when I started lifting heavy weights instead of doing chaotic amounts of cardio, I felt like these rest times were the longest thing in the whole world. Like, I felt almost guilty that I was just sitting here or that I would respond to a text. But there is some beauty in the fact that you are not sweating and running your entire workout, especially if you're like a mom and you have little ones kind of running around. You can like do a set and then get a little snuggle in. That's what I do when I have my kids in here. Honestly, if they need something, I can change the channel, I can grab a snack. I've got a whole minute and a half. I can run inside. I can probably even change the laundry in a minute and a half. And yes, doing that during your workout does take away from the experience of being in your workout, but mom's gotta do what a mom's gotta do. So appreciate those rest times, take advantage of them, and don't feel guilty for recovering your muscles between sets. It's crucial. Here we go. Third and final set. Here we go. Bicep curl. Try to engage your core. Here come the faces. Oh, that's spicy. Another thing I just love about Upper Body Day is the fact that you can do your makeup and your hair and get fully ready. And if you're just lifting weights and resting in between, like I am, you're not gonna get like super sweaty to the point where you can't just pick up and go with your day. And so that is something that I love. I kind of hate it in the winter because I work out in a garage gym, so it's a little bit cold. It's like I don't get moving fast enough to get warm. Not to mention like all the equipment is cold as ice. But the benefit is I'm just fully ready for the day. Do my weights and I move on. The next superset we're gonna do will be a dumbbell row. I'm gonna use my bench. I'm gonna do a single arm dumbbell row. So what that's gonna look like is like this. If you do not have a bench, you can do this on all fours, on the ground. It's no big deal. That's perfectly fine. And I'm going to superset that with a dumbbell fly. And that's gonna look like this. It's gonna be a bent over dumbbell fly. You can do this standing or seated if you like to be really hunched forward. I enjoy the seated position, so I'm gonna do it this way. And just squeezing that upper back like there's a pencil between your shoulder blades. All right, sets of 10. Unless you feel like you get to 10 and it's too easy, then I want you to push it for an extra 2 reps. Hold your core in. I'm gonna have to up my weight on the next set because this is feeling a little bit light. Bent over dumbbell fly. minute and a half rest. I used to strength train like numerous days per week, 6 days per week, or do CrossFit for like 7 days a week. I was obsessive with my cardio fitness, and when I reduced the number of days I was working out, I finally saw results. So let that be encouragement to you if you are in a busy season of motherhood. Oh, I'm feeling breathless. And you actually can't do as many days as you think you need to do. It's actually super unnecessary to be doing 6 or 7 days. You're a busy mom, you're cleaning, you're cooking, you've got all these responsibilities. 4 days, 2 upper body days and 2 lower body days is kind of what I do with my clients, and it's what I do in the Body with Bree app, and it's all you need to see change. As long as you are doing a progressive overload lifting program and following it consecutively for a long enough time, you will see the results that you want. I just love working back. Okay, that's better. So if you're at home and you have limited equipment, like your weights just feel like they're too light, what I recommend is really slowing down on the eccentric part of your movement to challenge the muscle. So what that means is when you're doing your fly, you're up here and coming down, you're gonna go as slow as possible. The same thing will go with the row. If you're here and you're going to do a dumbbell row, you could be fast and then slow. And this way you're just challenging the muscle differently and taking advantage of the fact that you may or may not have the right amount of weight, but you can still manipulate the tempo to get some results, even if you don't have the weight that you need. Another thing I always like to say is investing in weights will never be a bad thing. You should be looking at this as something that you want to do for the rest of your life to maintain health, to feel your best, to keep your muscles strong, and to keep your bones healthy as a woman. So slowly increase the number of weights that you have at home, add as you get stronger, and before you know it, you'll have basically everything you need to do the things that you need to do at home to stay healthy and fit. We're gonna do one more set of this same repetition scheme and movement, and then we're gonna move on to the last superset, which is gonna incorporate just a little bit of abs, one set of each, one more upper body, push-ups and core, and then from there we will be done for today. And I think that's gonna put us right to almost the 30-minute mark once you do some stretching to cool down. Quick, in and out, that's how I roll. All right, here we go. Awkward. The delivery man is here. Oh, maybe not. The delivery man is here and I'm mid-workout, so I'm gonna have to hit pause and I will come back to you. Oh, maybe he's going somewhere else. No, he's definitely coming here. I will hit pause and we will do our third set after I accept this delivery. So this last set of exercises is going to be a tricep push-up. So that's gonna mean that your arms are close together and that you're keeping your elbows tucked nice to your side. Now I'm on my knees right now, which is perfectly acceptable. So knees are fine and feet are also fine for this movement. And of course, if that's actually too hard on your core or you're a new mom, I recommend going on an incline, say like this, even against a wall or a stair if you don't have a bench at home, and just doing it that way to start getting a little bit closer to the bench. You absolutely do not want to put, sorry about the sounds, the delivery guy's leaving. You absolutely do not want to put a ton of pressure on your core when you're a new mom. So really that's a great option for you. Okay, so step number 1 will be our tricep push-ups. And number 2, we are going to do a reverse crunch, which is one of my favorites. Now, if this is too hard, you can modify, of course, with no weight. Secondly, just put your hands down below and pop up and back down. And this is totally fine as well. You have to do whatever works for you. Two. Sounds good. All right, now we rest for a minute. I've been hearing so many sounds today. It's creeping me out. I just don't think I'm used to the house being so quiet since spring break. It's just like the kids are not here and it's like, okay, every little creak I hear, every little thing. So, all right, another set, here we go. Oh man. Whew. Man, does anyone else get nauseous when they do abs? Or is it just me? It's way worse in the morning for me, but doing ab moves just makes me feel a little pukey sometimes. But that's okay. We do it. We do it anyway. We get it done. One more set. More free and clear. Make sure you cool down. Make sure you stretch it out, especially your chest. I love this movement. Obviously, I usually do it standing up, but just really getting in here. Just love to stretch the pec muscle. It feels so good. And obviously just like, oh, just loosening up those shoulders after you've compressed them together for your push-up just feels like $1,000,000, baby. spicy. Love me a good spice. The slower you go on the way down, the harder it is. Almost there. If you're not grunting, you're doing it wrong. That feels so good. I'm gonna stretch a little bit. I'm gonna do a little cat cow because I love the feeling of it. Stretch out my shoulders and my arms. If you guys like this video, this chaotic Mama 5 fitness video, please hit subscribe. I'd love to have you in my community. I'd love to get to know you and create a workout that would work for you, or create some advice and tips on mindset. It is my passion. So if you guys want to leave a comment below on what you'd like to see next, I'll do my best to put it into the next video. Thank you guys so much for being here. We will see you next time.